Have you ever heard someone say they had their gallbladder removed and wondered how a tiny organ could cause so much trouble? Or why we even have it in the first place? It's one of those quiet parts of the body that rarely gets attention until something goes wrong. Yet behind the scenes, it plays a surprisingly important role in how we process food every single day. Today, we will uncover the hidden job of this small but impactful organ and why your body sometimes decides it's better off without it. Right here, on History of Simple Things. The gallbladder is a small, pear-shaped organ tucked just beneath your liver on the right side of your abdomen. It's not large, usually only about 7 to 10 centimeters long, but what it does is all about efficiency. Think of it less as a main worker and more as a storage assistant. Its primary job revolves around a substance called bile, a digestive fluid produced by the liver. Bile is essential for breaking down fats in the food you eat. When your liver produces bile, it doesn't send it directly into your digestive system all the time. Instead, much of it is stored and concentrated inside the gallbladder. This storage step matters because bile becomes more potent over time, making it more effective when your body actually needs it. So when does your body need it? Mainly after you eat, especially meals that contain fat. When food enters your small intestine, your body sends a signal to the gallbladder. In response, the gallbladder contracts, basically squeezing itself, and releases bile through a small duct into the intestine. There, bile helps break fats into smaller particles, making them easier to digest and absorb. Without bile, digesting fatty foods would be much harder. You wouldn't process nutrients like certain vitamins as efficiently, especially fat-soluble ones like vitamins A, D, E, and K. So even though the gallbladder isn't essential for survival, it definitely helps your digestive system run more smoothly. Interestingly, humans can live without a gallbladder. If it's removed, the liver simply sends bile directly into the small intestine instead of storing it. However, this process is less controlled. Instead of getting a strong, concentrated burst of bile when needed, your body receives a slower, continuous trickle. For most people, this adjustment works just fine, though some may notice mild digestive changes, especially when eating fatty meals. Now, if the gallbladder is so helpful, why do people often need to remove it? The most common issue involves something called gallstones. These are small, hardened deposits that can form inside the gallbladder. They're usually made of cholesterol or bilirubin, a substance produced when red blood cells break down. Gallstones can vary in size, from tiny grains of sand to objects as large as a golf ball. Sometimes they sit quietly and cause no problems at all. But in other cases, they can block the ducts that carry bile. When that happens, it can lead to sudden and intense pain, often in the upper right abdomen. This condition is known as a gallbladder attack. The pain from a gallbladder attack can be sharp and persistent, sometimes lasting for hours. It may also be accompanied by nausea, vomiting, or even fever if an infection develops. In these situations, doctors often recommend removing the gallbladder entirely, a procedure called a cholecystectomy. It might sound extreme to remove an organ, but this surgery is very common and generally safe. In fact, it's often done using minimally invasive techniques, meaning smaller incisions and faster recovery times. For many patients, removing the gallbladder permanently solves the problem and prevents future complications. But why do gallstones form in the first place? The answer isn't always simple. It often comes down to an imbalance in the substances that make up bile. For example, if there's too much cholesterol and not enough bile salts to break it down, cholesterol can begin to crystallize, eventually forming stones. Certain risk factors can increase the likelihood of developing gallstones. These include age, diet, genetics, and body weight. Diets high in fat and cholesterol, combined with low fiber intake, are commonly linked to gallstone formation. Rapid weight loss can also play a role, as it changes how bile is processed in the body. Despite these risks, the gallbladder itself isn't a problem organ. It's simply doing its job, storing and concentrating bile. The issues arise when the balance of substances in bile is disrupted or when bile flow becomes blocked. From an evolutionary perspective, the gallbladder likely developed to help our ancestors handle irregular eating patterns. Early humans didn't always have consistent access to food, especially fatty foods. So having a storage system for bile meant the body could respond quickly when a rich meal finally came along. Today, with more regular eating habits, the gallbladder is still useful, but not absolutely necessary. What's fascinating is how adaptable the human body is. Even after losing the gallbladder, the digestive system finds a way to compensate. It's not perfect, but it works well enough that most people continue their lives without major issues. Still, understanding the gallbladder gives you a deeper appreciation for how interconnected your body really is. A small organ, quietly working beneath your liver, coordinating with signals from your digestive system, and responding to what you eat. It's all part of a complex and finely tuned process. So the next time you hear about someone having gallbladder problems, you'll know it's not just a random medical issue. It's a story about digestion, chemistry, and the delicate balance inside your body. And like many simple things, the gallbladder reminds us that even the smallest parts can play a big role in keeping everything running smoothly. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.